Hey everyone, and welcome to a new Life After video with Jessie Gamers. In this video, we're going to be heading to Levin City to turn into infected, so let's get to it. So since I didn't have my device charged, this won't be a collaboration with Jessie. This is just going to be a voiceover, but just going to go ahead and start. As you can see, I'm waiting on Jessie to go ahead and take the little red pills. You can get these pills out of the blue balloons. If you can see in the back, it's infected chest, and she just took one. It takes roughly 3 to 4 depending on how infected you are. And if you look up at the top, you can see where my infection bar is. It's turned purple. It has to be completely purple, and the number will be 0 before you turn. She's healed herself, and she will start to turn herself. When she does, she'll turn gold, she'll change, and now she's an infected. Another way that you can actually turn infected is by being attacked by another person that is infected. And this kind of works for a regular NPC that's infected, but it doesn't work as well as someone that is infected. So when she hits me, you'll notice that my infection bar will actually drop very fast. I left my health low for a reason, to demonstrate that when you're in Levin City and you want to transition from human to infected, sometimes your health will drop pretty low and you need to heal yourself. So be sure to bring some form of bandage, med kit, diffuser with antidote, anything to heal yourself and get your health up. That way you don't accidentally die before you turn into an infected. I'm going to turn tiger, and at the time I had not used this infected before, so I didn't know how to use some of the attacks. So as you can see, his health is pretty much all the way up, and it drops it pretty good as I attack him. When you're in a lower level zombie, some of the attacks don't work. As you seen, one I turned invisible, one I can just hit. So some of them I can just hit or just throw the rock. Each zombie's attack will vary depending on the type of zombie it is, and the brutality of it. Such as, I could sling him back with that attack. The zombie that Jessie is can knock you back, and the snake woman can spit like a venom, and it can cause infection. So these are the low stage zombies. Wrath can excel at continuous attacks and can deal a large amount of infection value. Hermit, good at stealth. Hermits can launch surprise attacks right next to enemies. And snake demon, the snake demon is good at long range attacks and is most suitable at fighting from a distance. When you become infected, you have to be sure that you keep your infection bar elevated. So one of the ways to do that is you have to hit the chest that you normally would open as a human. You can't open them as infected. You have to hit them. If you notice, as I'm hitting this box here, my infection bar is increasing. Another way is when you hit guardians or land crawlers and people. If you've seen, whenever I was trying to change tiger into an infected, my infection bar was increasing then also. Those are other ways. And the last way, if you see Jessie going over to the blue balloon, which is the infected chest, she has to absorb it. You can't hit those like humans. And that's another way to increase your infection bar. The good thing about being infected is you don't have to worry about other infected. They actually are attracted to you, it seems, but only for a very, very short period of time. If you notice, when I walked by, they had an exclamation come up in gold, and she kind of like followed us around, but then she stopped. They will aid you if you are attacked. They will come to help you immediately. So they are helpful to have around if you are ever attacked. But do note that the human players are a lot stronger than they are, so sometimes it doesn't really help. When you want to absorb one of the balloon infected chest things, it'll pop up just like if you wanted to open a chest, and you would have to wait for it to fill up, and you would drop the thing and pick it up just like normal. Once you're infected and you reach 100% on infection, you will change and morph into a grade 2. Medium stage is Snake Queen and Huge Wall. Snake Queen has improved its weakness in melee combat. It can use the diff in this green to greatly increase infection value. Huge Wall is good at control. It is the first to damage the enemy. So comically, we all became the same thing. And honestly, of the second stage, this one is probably my favorite. Both of them have good qualities. I just like the fact that this one is a little bit more nimble, and she moves a little bit quicker. As far as the Huge Wall, he moves quickly, but he's just so bulky. On the first stage, the Snake Demon is probably my favorite, or the Wrath. Once you morph into the second stage, your infections bar almost completely resets actually. So you really need to immediately find something to increase that. So if it's one of the blue bubbles, balloons, whatever you want to call them, or if it's a chest, be sure to get that infection bar up. If you don't, you can die. Something that I've noticed when looking for the infected chest is they spawn heavily in open areas like parks and in alleyways. So when you go to parks, be sure to be cautious, as people tend to like to go here and they like to hang out, they like to kill infected, things like that. and they don't mind killing people who have decided to go into the infected faction. I want to go ahead and mention that when you're infected, you can still complete some of your dailies. Dailies like your waypoints and killing infected you can't do, but some like picking up beast spines or beast hooves you can still complete. Something that I like to do is, if I don't have to kill infected but I have to pick up spines or beast hooves, I'll go ahead and complete my resource points, and then I will change into an infected and increase to the 3rd stage. It's much easier to do that than to go around and try to find a bunch of infected, because sometimes, not always, the hooves or the spines will drop. You'll also save a lot on your durability, on your weapons. Not so much your armor, it still uses your armor, but especially your weapons. And you also don't have to worry about so much as having your health drop as much and having to heal. Your health automatically increases when you're not in battle, so you can go and fight a bunch of guardians and land crawlers, then pick up all the stuff and go to the side and heal, and you're okay. If you decide you want to do the chest mission as an infected, where you have to open the 2 chests, I think it's regular chests or infected chests, that chest that's on top of the snack machine there is the only chest that will work for that mission. So be sure to look out for those. And when Jessie upgraded there, she got stuck in an umbrella and couldn't get out. Both of the infected and the high stage are very large, so if you want to get a chest or an infected chest that is underneath a canopy, a tent, or an umbrella, anything like that, be sure to be far away from it enough before you morph into the third stage. That way you don't get caught like Jessie did. Another thing I want to mention is both infected are the only two that can actually jump. The rest of them can't jump. High stage, Slaughter, and Imperishable. Slaughter has high attack damage and many wide range skills. And Imperishable has a lot of HP and has many single target skills. This is the last stage. Once you reach this stage, you can't go any further. You can only reach 100% on your infection. So it's good to keep it up that high though. That way you don't have to worry about dying. So there's something different about an infection and a human. As a human, you can't see who an infected is unless you get really, really close to them and see their name. Sometimes you can't even see their name if you get close to them. As an infected, you can see everyone's name clearly. Infections' names are a lot more clear. They're in green to signify that they're in the same faction as you, but humans' names come up in all white, and you will see this later on into the video. When you see another infected, if they're not in your party of friends, please be wary of them. Even though they can't do anything to you, they will steal from you. There are plenty of regular chests, there's plenty of infected chests, but they will do everything in their power to take from other people just because they can, because they feel like it, because they want to be mean. This person that we happened upon, we're not sure that they were actually doing that, but we decided that we would go over here to this part that we're headed to because it seemed like that's what they were doing, and they seen these people, so that was perfect timing to do that. We wanted to get some of these to get our infection up because we were wanting to take on the faction. I'm going to go ahead and touch on the attacks of the chainsaw guy here. I haven't done that yet, being that I felt like the other things were more important, but one of the moves is like a run and slash move, you see there. Another move is a leap, and then he slashes and does some kind of roar thing. The other one is my favorite. It's the spin ballerina is what we call it. Some new people that I've met on the game, hopefully will become new friends. We joked and called him Twinkle Toes because it's kind of like a ballerina move. And his basic attack is just a hack. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does enough. Unfortunately, at that point, my game froze from lag, but anyway, the other character, Imperishable, his is basically the same thing, except he uses a hammer, and his is a lot more, with a lot more girth, I guess you would say. I like them both equally, honestly. As far as looks, though, the Slaughter is my favorite. Coming up here will be where we see the first human in the video, and will be a small PvP, even though I was confused, and it was my first time actually using some of these attack controls willingly instead of accidentally hitting them, so bear with me. So if I had attacked while he was looking through Tiger's bag, I probably could have at least gotten his health down pretty good. But I was confused because I was looking for Tiger and I didn't understand exactly what was going on. And I didn't realize Tiger had died. And when you're heading to the helicopter, be sure that your surroundings are clear, be cautious, so you don't have that issue. That gets on my nerves of the camping out at the helicopters. It's so stupid. This is what I will call the final battle of the video, even though it's really not a final battle. We've all gotten to the high stage again. Unfortunately, while Jessie was trying to get to us, she died by some more people that had decided they wanted to track her down for whatever reason, and they killed her. To keep from making her having to go through that again, Tiger and I decided that we would just go in by ourselves and try it out. We wasn't exactly trying, we just wanted to see how it worked because we had never done it before. And this is going to be the outcome. It's nothing special. We really didn't know exactly what to look for. We didn't know how we were going to be attacked. And that was pretty much it. Well, that's going to be today's video. I hope everyone that watched enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. You can follow me on social media. The names will be in the description below. Also, don't forget to head over and check out Jessie Gamer's channel. The link will be in the description also. Thanks so much for watching.